How you doing, good people? This is the 8-Bit Animal. And for the life of me, I can't think of many European developers who had such heavy influence on gaming as Rare did. Rare developed a lot of stuff. It was very varied over the years. And the more stuff they put out on the NES, the better it got. Starting with stuff like RC Pro-Am, jumping to board game type stuff like Anticipation, to Battletoads, Solar Jetman, stuff like that. On the Super NES, they gave us the Donkey Kong Country trilogy, and Donkey Kong Country is beloved amongst a lot of gamers. Even on the N64, they gave us a Donkey Kong game. They gave us GoldenEye and Perfect Dark on the N64. They did a lot of cool stuff in collaboration with Nintendo. However, that relationship went left, it soured, and eventually Rare was bought by Microsoft. And now they make stuff exclusive to the Xbox and maybe PC. But this isn't about all that. This is about one specific game during their time on the NES. And we'll probably talk about a lot of other Rare titles on the NES. But today we'll be talking about one where the purpose of the game is to make weight. Today's game is Snake Rattle and Roll. Now in Snake Rattle and Roll, you play as Rattle or Roll if you're the second player. Snakes. These snakes, they start out as just the heads, and you make the snakes bigger by consuming something called Pibbly Nibblies. Silly name. That are characterized by little balls. So basically the snakes eat balls. Balls extend the length of the snake. Eventually, the tail of the snake will start flashing, meaning that you're big enough to stand on a scale and trigger the exit door for the level to open. At the same time, you have to avoid enemies, you have to avoid pitfalls, all of this stuff to keep your snake from losing segments. Interesting little concept. I want to say it's something that had been done before, but this was a more interesting take on it. Graphically, this game is cool. It's an isometric perspective, something that really wasn't done a lot well. Games had been in isometric perspectives before, but it was always really weird trying to play them. Games like Marble Madness, which Rare also developed the NES port of, took some getting used to. And the more you played it though, the more you realized that looseness and that weird looseness of the character animations combined with the controls made the game play a lot like controlling a snake, or in the sense of Marble Madness, controlling a marble. You have to maneuver your snake over spikes and avoid enemies such as giant disembodied feet in order to make it to the exit intact. Now, the sound direction on this game is cool because it takes the title of the game, which is a play on the old 50s song Shake, Rattle, and Roll, and plays on that. So there are a lot of remixed and remastered little bits of song that are takes on old 50s rock songs that the developers described as not being heard in years and not playing on the radio anymore. And that's valid. Songs are probably in the public domain now, honestly. But all of that aside, This game is a lot of fun once you get used to the controls. It's an interesting little take on the platformer, like I said, and it's one of those games that the more you play it, the better you get at it, and the more it makes for a fulfilling little experience, especially in 2-player mode. Now, here goes the fun part. If you want a physical copy of Snake Rattle and Roll, it's cheap. A loose cart can cost $10 or less. A complete copy probably cost about $30-$40, something like that. Not going to get into sealed copies because collectors are weirdos, resellers are weirdos. The more you play this game, though, you will love it as much as a lot of other folks did. It was even ported to the Mega Drive, so if you can find a repro or you have a means to play Mega Drive carts, you might want to track that down as well. Not sure how cheap or expensive the Mega Drive version of the game is, but yeah, either way, you should totally check it out. This has been the 8-Bit Animal, and I'll catch you beautiful people next time. Tomorrow, in the 80s, we definitely did not negotiate with terrorists.